Hi there everyone, it's Tony Granello from Tony Granello Photography, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use snow overlays in Photoshop. It's snowy season outside for some of us, but if it's not snowy just yet and you want to add that touch, here's how to do it. Go over to File and scroll down to Place Embedded, and that'll open up a menu of your files. I have mine already to where I have my overlays saved, and I'm going to come down to this Snowy Shiver overlay. I'm going to place it, and it'll load in horizontally. Now my image is vertical, and I would prefer this to be vertical, so I'm going to right click, go to rotate 90 degrees clockwise, and it'll set it vertically. Now I'm going to take the edges of the overlay, and I'm going to pull them up over the edge of my image. So I want them bigger than my image. And get the other side pulled over. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to use this tool up here to push and pull the overlay to create a falling snow effect. So I'm just going to pull this up and create a falling snow from the left side of the image all the way down to the right side of the image. So I am just taking and pushing and dragging until the snow is falling in the direction that I'd like. Now you can see there's a couple of big snowflakes covering my subject's faces that are pretty distracting. Don't worry about those now, because we are going to take care of those and get them erased in just a moment. So I'm just looking over, making sure everything is really where I'd like it, and then I'm going to click OK. Once this saves in, I am going to change that opacity layer down a little bit so it's not quite as bold. I'm going to set it at 70%. There we go. All right, now that's taken the snow down from you can tell it's an overlay to maybe it really is snowing back there. But let's do a little more. So I'm going to select that layer again and click Create a Vector Mask right down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to take the color and put it to the left side in the black. Then with the paintbrush tool, I'm going to brush over the snowflakes that I want to erase. There we go, got that one. And now this one right here, I don't want to erase it. So instead of using black, I'm going to bring the saturation of the color up, and it'll just change the opacity of where I run that brush. So the more saturated color you choose, the higher the opacity is going to be. Then the lower of the color you choose, like black, the lower opacity it will be, and black will erase where the brush goes. There we go. I'm just cleaning up a couple of snowflakes here and there. I am going to add another layer of snow over the top of this to give it a little more depth. So this is going to be the background layer. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. All right, let's place another layer. This time I'm going to use this scattered overlay. There we go. This one's a square, so I'm not going to rotate it. However, it's falling in the wrong direction. So I'm going to right click and swap it. And then I'm going to do the same thing and stretch it out over the image. Perfect. Now this one is already falling in the direction that I have going for this image, but I am just going to go back to that tool up there and make a little bit more movement. So here I'm just going to stretch it up, making it really clear that I want the snow falling from the left top of the image down to the right bottom of the image. So it doesn't need too much, but I'm just going to pull it a little. There we go. Now once that saves, I'm actually going to leave the opacity of this layer because I like the bold in front, but I am going to get rid of some of the more in the way and distracting snowflakes that are here, but I don't want to get rid of them completely. So we're going to go and get our paintbrush tool and just brush over the top of some of these. There we go. As you can see, I'm just using the red up there, so I'm not completely erasing them. I am just taking down the opacity and making them a little less noticeable. All right. There we go, just getting some at the top here. That one over by my face up there is a little bit distracting, so I'm going to get rid of this. There we go, and that one's on another layer, so I'm going to select that one and just get rid of those that are in the way. Back to the other layer. There we go. It's easier if you get rid of them on the layers as you go, so you don't have to keep switching through them, but it's not that huge of a hassle if you forget. And here we go. This is the final image. I kept the snow a little subtle on this one. I didn't want anything to be too over the top. There's not a lot of clouds in this image, so I didn't want it to look totally fake. And I think that this turned out beautiful. Thank you guys so much for following along. I hope you learned something, and I hope this was beneficial. If this was beneficial to you, I'd love to see what you guys created. Tag me on Instagram at Toni Granello Photography. I'd love to see your guys' work. And thank you again so much for watching. Bye!